DCA Adventure is rated F for fucking awesome.
Yo, donation. What's going on? It's another FA Friday with all your favorite peeps here. Yo, we got Chris, we got Mikkel, we got Gundy, and myself, Nemesis, and we got that one guy sliding on in finally.
He's sliding.
What is going on, all you sexy sons of bitches?
I like that.
It's Friday, y'all.
Right?
Oh, I love that background.
It's like you smell that?
I'm late.
It smells like Friday in the air.
Is that a hoodie you're wearing? Are you wearing a hoodie?
Man.
Oh.
It is.
But it's not.
Right.
It's not gray and it's not large.
Oh no!
Nor is it a crop top, so I guess it doesn't count.
Right?
But it will have to do.
Dude, I got the hookup, man.
Yeah, you did. I slacked. I haven't donated my address till today. I was like, oh crap.
Oh man. Yeah, I went ahead and as soon as I saw that, I was like, say less.
Ooh, say less. That's right.
I didn't even see the notification.
I would freaking stand it.
I'm wearing my shirt right now, but of course I'm holding a child, so
I can't see it, man. I'm looking this.
Oh, Mikkel's
Too
there.
dark. I can't see it.
Mikkel's
invisible.
because he's scared. It's okay. It's getting close to Halloween. He gets really frightened easily.
Spooky time.
Oh man, you're talking about that, man. I was looking
Spooky
for like I love Halloween masks, and I've been trying to find like a really good one that's got like the movable jaw.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh
I
yeah.
had one of those. They're not that expensive, but like
They're not expensive, but I don't want it to look cheap either. You know what I'm
they look pretty
saying?
good, but like in order to articulate the jaw, you really had to open your mouth really wide. But
Yeah. I wanted one that's a
couple of,
little better than that.
My face was like sore.
Yeah, the past couple of Halloweens, I've done the pirate thing, but I've got the astronaut helmet. Maybe I should do that instead this year. I don't know.
Dude, that'd
Be
awesome,
careful
man.
with like full enclosure helmets for long periods of time.
Breathing.
That's what
heavy.
you open the mask
No,
for.
it's not that. It's not that. People think that that's where I'm going with this.
What?
But I used to work in a haunted house.
Rebreathing.
No, fuck all that. The sound of your voice will give you a splitting migraine by the end of the night from it echoing back in the helmet. I
I don't
found
know what
this
you're
out.
talking about. I love
I-
the sound of my voice.
I found that
I
out
can't
the
hear
hard
other
way.
people over the sound of how awesome I am.
Right. Me.
Speaking
no.
of how awesome things are,
This
don't
way
forget
look at it.
this Sunday is Patreon Sunday.
Oh,
Ooh.
those awesome
Days.
Patreons. Bless it.
Yeah.
That's
So
what's up.
Ooh.
at the end of the night, you're just like, hi guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the reverb in the helmet.
Oh man, when I worked at the haunted house, I didn't even think of it this way either. I'd worked the clown room one day, and I had a circular saw with no blade in it. It was just like one of those old noisy heavy ones.
Run the
just-
motor and make it sound cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
And
I'm gonna-
they had me hiding in like a makeshift closet, and like you come out and you're like you whack the door open with the circular saw to make that big noise, and you're coming out of this little itty bitty little echo box of a closet, just screaming on the top of your lungs. Man, about halfway through the night, it was just like whop whop whop. I'm like, oh my god, I don't even want to yell not one more time right now.
Craziness.
Would I do it again?
Shenanigans.
Hell yeah, man. It was the fucking haunted house, and they told us if we got him on the run, you chase him to the car. This is what they paid for.
That's right, Sadie. It's not Wednesday. It's not Thursday. It's Friday. Oh, chasing the tiger. Tech Man, John Germain, Willie Crypto. There's a few people here today.
Yeah, we got a nice little crowd. Smash that like button.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
and I'm officially running over 10,000 watts worth of mining gear.
Ooh.
At
Getting
home?
So,
chilly
is
up
somebody
there?
ramping up over here? Oh, can you smell a potential bull run here?
Well, yeah, I knew what happened was, you run into an unfortunate incident with the family mine. So you and Mikkel split it up, and you guys are running 10,000 apiece now.
I mean, y'all keep it up. I'm over here. That's probably why I'm late. Well, that's partially why I'm late.
Oh,
I was
Were
sitting there looking at the delinquent tax assessors. They just posted it yesterday,
what?
Mhm.
like delinquent taxes. So here in the South, and it might be other places. I just know around here, you can sit there and look at this list, and then they go to an auction. So if you didn't pay your taxes, you go to this auction, and you can bid on paying the past due taxes.
Oh yeah, for houses, for
Yeah.
cars, for anything. Yeah.
And then you can't go on that place in, like, say I won the auction for $1,000.
Yeah. If they don't pay you
And
back, by,
after,
like, 20
yeah,
days,
you got 1 year. If they don't pay it back, it's
Yeah.
yours.
that's your entire property for $1,000.
Yep.
And you own it.
Yeah,
you
there,
don't.
Now,
there were a
if they
lot
come
of
and
banks
pay
that were
that
doing
back-
that to farms, and the farmers community, they would all show up to the auction, and nobody would bid a damn
Or-
thing.
Except
And
the
the-
owner of the property.
except
He would
the
do
owner
it
of the
for
property.
$1.
Exactly, and they're like, "You ain't taking this shit from our families.
Yeah.
This
And
is
I
our
was sitting
community. We
there-
run this shit."
So I got
Well,
11 pages to go through just to see the one that we've been looking at, and they do this yearly, but they haven't paid their taxes since 21.
That's only like,
And I'm
that's
like,
a couple
oh,
years.
I was like, we might have a
All
chance this
Yeah. All
year.
the cheap, yeah. Like 10 grand, get a fat house.
Shoot, $600 is what we're looking at right now.
Damn.
5
Well,
acres.
you got to think at this point, like, is the guy dead? Like, is all his family like not around? Like, what happened?
Well, we try to make contact with a person just to be like, hey, look, man, vacant land, nobody's doing nothing. Do you want to sell?
Oh, it's vacant.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
Any
kind of
response?
well, you
Nothing.
pick up property in a different state somewhere, and you slack on the taxes, they'll take that shit from you.
Yeah. And that's why it's like, I'm not sitting there trying to underdog somebody, but there again, too, I mean, if I can get something cheap, I'm going to do what I got to do.
I mean, you didn't make the system.
Hey, you
don't hate
did
the
your
player, hate
part,
the
okay?
game,
You
right?
did the research, and then you did the gentleman thing, and you reached out to the owner trying to say, "Hey, I can help out a little bit. Are you willing to sell?" If you got no response, then
Yeah, I mean, you did your due diligence as a human being,
Oh, yeah. And that's
Right on
what
time.
you try to do.
Way to be
But
human, bro.
Yeah.
too,
Not-
I mean,
More you
yeah.
got.
not trying to screw your fellow man. You did your part.
yeah. And 100%, if they came back, before that year and, hey, you do the right thing, all right, cool, it's you. But the thing is like, as that time walks on, like what you're looking at is you'll have different percent, like an APR you have to pay back. So it's like interest.
It occurs as soon as you buy it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's privatized loan system.
Yep.
Where the collateral's the home.
Yeah. I mean, it's still gonna, gain tax money on it, even though it's just sitting there.
Oh, I've seen, and I mean, already, like, there were some businesses I've seen, like the whole building. I'm like, oh, okay.
I've
I'm
seen.
like, that's what's up. That's how much it's going for.
I'm not
I
sure
was like, say less.
on like what state level this works on, but I know you can petition the county clerk's office in your state once you own the property and actually get, I forget what the hell they call it. It's one of the it's like a, when you get the deed to your house, it's still like owned by the bank technically. Or
Yeah.
and then when you buy it off, it's not owned by the bank anymore, but it's still owned by the state. The land is. You own the house, but they own the land. There's an
Yep.
actual way you can go after you own the house and petition to get the land in your own name, and then you don't have to pay taxes on it anymore.
Shoot, I get done, all those years of service and heck, get that 100% disabled and I ain't got paid nothing.
Well,
You going for Texas?
I mean, no, I'm not going for Texas.
Texas, right on the border, man. Cheap real estate right now.
Well, I know that housing property in Texas, if you're a veteran, you don't pay taxes on the house.
And that's what it is here. So if you're 100% disabled, you don't have to pay property tax. You don't have to pay
Just
property
walk
tax
right
on your
in there.
house, on your
Wooden
vehicle.
spoon, wooden spoon.
No,
in your house,
no.
never pay taxes again.
And depending on like if you were a war veteran or a Vietnam vet, I mean, your kids can go to school for free in that state.
Nice. That's
You know,
awesome.
so some of the benefits, I mean, like it's
I mean, it's
unreal.
about
Some of the
time they
things
start
that you
kicking you
got.
guys
Oh,
off
yeah.
the chain.
My dad's a Vietnam vet, so it's like, yeah, there's perks that like I've never gone and used, but I know that they're available to me.
Mhm.
Well, because you're not a piece of crap and you make your own way through life, you know?
Right? I don't need the government's
I mean, I'm not
handout.
saying like you shouldn't take advantage
That
of
sounded shitty, Gundy. I ain't gonna lie.
But,
It's
I
like because you're not a
mean-
piece of crap and you just use the system.
Well, no, he's not. It's his dad that should benefit, you know? Like,
Yeah.
it's cool that your kids can get a free education because most of that shit's state
Well,
Yeah.
because my dad was a Vietnam and like a direct relationship, I believe that there's even like loan programs for like the children of veterans
yeah.
and stuff.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah. Yeah, you just gotta look
So-
up what your state offers.
Right,
You know,
right.
As long as you
And
got stuff for your dad, then absolutely.
I know
yeah.
here in Illinois,
I
I
definitely
can
would.
utilize some of the VA loans.
Yeah, and that is good stuff, man.
Yeah,
Like-
when my dad told me what he paid for his house with the VA loan, I'm like, really? And all he
Oh,
would have to do is co-sign with me.
You know, it just goes back to the saying, you know, don't hate the player, hate the game. I
That's
didn't.
it.
I didn't make the game.
Right.
Yeah. Well, you didn't. Yeah, you didn't build the rules.
Nope.
You
Didn't
know,
build
but
the
they're
fan
getting
castle
too.
I
You know, to
displayed.
see that veterans, you know, especially like Vietnam vets. That's my big thing. Like, yeah, you're World War One, World War Two. You know, different conflicts, but the Vietnam vets were treated the worst.
Oh my
I
God,
always
yeah.
thought,
know,
like,
and
all
Well,
these
it,
other-
it,
Let's not
it
forget,
wasn't
they-
even a
They
war,
were
it
told
was a
that Agent Orange
conflict.
was safe.
Yeah.
Let's not forget. They were told and lied to. Agent Orange is safe. We promised. The government backs this.
Yeah, and I still know guys, you know, from this day that when I first got back in, you know, and they were still dealing with the effects of that, and it caused them to pass away,
Yeah.
you know, in time. And it's like, man, that's crazy.
And, you know,
Oh,
when-
yeah.
Oh, there he is,
and
Flying
when you're on
Brian.
benefits and stuff, it's no good too. You know, it's you know they you know they pinching pennies on that side as well.
Oh, that's good, Flying Brian. That is good.
Wow. That's crazy.
They're
like
they're
that new
fine.
logo
The
there,
government's
Flying Brian.
finally
There you go.
recognizing it. What they were exposed to.
Well, my
Yeah.
question is, were they? Did they do any sort of back pay? Like, even if it was just like
So,
a little
I
bit.
know,
I mean,
really,
they're
like
not going to do
personal
50
stories.
years.
like a lot of the VFW guys that I was friends with in one of the other cities. So I was talking with them, and one of the commanders for one of the VFWs, he finally got, you know, recognized and said, "Hey, look, you know, we're going to hit you 100% disabled, and we're going to back pay you to the day you were discharged." And he was a Vietnam vet. Hit him, you know, got him with the Agent Orange and all that. And so they back paid him from the day he got discharged. And so I think he got like well over like $150,000 tax free.
Holy crap.
Next time I saw him at the VFW, that joker was showing up in a brand new truck.
Hmm.
He's like, "Yeah, I got a brand new truck, paid everything off." He says, "I'm good." He's like, "I got my money."
There you go. Wonder if he had any left over to buy some Bitcoin.
If he did, he probably didn't do
Hey,
nothing
well, I've
with
been
it.
saying we got to take care of our people more than you know, but better late than never, I guess, right?
Yeah,
You know?
and at least they back pay.
Yeah.
I'm
You
glad
know,
to hear that.
and a lot of times, depending on the soldier or the serviceman, we'll say that they'll go through, and when you get discharged, you can sign up, and it's almost like a life insurance thing, and your kids or your spouse can benefit from it.
Yeah, direct like descendant beneficiaries.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, and that's things that, you know, even now soldiers got to look at,
Well, I mean,
or
as
service
a
members have to look at.
you know, as a man, that's what you do, man. You got to take care of your family. You know,
Well,
something
as a
happens. to
person,
you,
doing
you
the
got-
right thing.
You got like ducks in a row to take care of the people you love.
Yeah, like if something happens to me, Lord forbid, and the creek don't rise, if I don't wake up in the morning,
Yeah.
wife and the kids gonna get paid.
Yeah, that's
I mean, because they bumped it up to the serviceman. The life insurance is 500,000 now, and hell, it ain't but damn $25 a month. And I was like, say less.
that's right.
And I was like, something might happen, but I want to make sure I'm took care of.
I know that's what
You know?
insurance is all about. I mean, a lot of people say it's a big scam, but like, would you really want to pay for that Mercedes that you rear-ended? That's going to cost like 60 grand to fix. No.
Yeah. So other than all that military spiel, how's everybody been?
Out freaking
Doing
standing.
great, man.
Man, get out of here with that.
Just got back from a kid party at my kid's elementary school.
Okay, that's what's up.
Did I share with you guys that the wife brought home another dog?
Oh my god, no, say less.
What?
Please say less.
Is it like a tiny dog or is
No,
it a
no. This
big
one
dog?
was a medium-sized dog. She looks like a mix between a German Shepherd,
Great Dane.
pit, something. But it's very lightweight. She's very skinny, weighs half as much as our pit bull.
Is
but,
it a Doge?
How many dogs you have?
No,
now,
it's-
dude?
We have 3 now. We have the small little rat dog, and then we have the pit bull, and then we have the newest one.
Nothing wrong
Her
with a
name-
rat dog.
Dude, she's gotta keep coming home with dogs, man. You can have like a farm of dogs.
Well,
Or you gotta get them
my
to crossbreed
wife,
now.
bless her heart,
At
she
least
has
get
a
some
bleeding heart.
chickens.
The dog came from a home that there was another dog, a Rottweiler. So they were 2 dogs, but the Rottweiler was like 12 years old and ended up dying of cancer. So
Oh.
now the dog was alone and depressed. And so my wife, say, hey, we have a puppy over here, just 2 months younger than this one. Let's introduce them to each other and see how it works. So now I've got a pack.
Well, they do make doggies Annex, for depression. Who's that? Who are you talking to?
Oh,
Who,
that's
me?
just a little Doge that doesn't make announcements anymore. She was
Oh,
saying that
no.
don't forget to let them know that the new dog is an ankle biter.
Oh yeah. Uh-oh.
What?
Well, just a mouther. She likes to
Oh,
mouth.
Do I gotta get my little Doge in here to start making announcements?
Oh yeah.
Do it. Do
Out
it.
freaking
There you go. There you go.
Buy Bitcoin. Buy the
Buy the costs.
And huddle that shit.
That's right. Gee.
But yeah, so it's been a fun week going from training just one dog to trying to train 2 dogs at the same time.
Jeez.
But the benefit is like one I've been working with for 2 months, and she's kind of got everything down very well. She's very well tempered, and so the new dog, I'm telling them, I hold the treats out and I say, okay, sit. One will sit, and I'm just looking at the other one like expectantly, like, what are you supposed to do? It's just like, oh right, I'm supposed to sit. So it's been a fun adventure just in that.
Was it a DCA adventure?
Everything's a DCA adventure.
Oh, he said it. He said it. Oh. So Nem, you look tired, man. Too much fiat job for you today?
No, not at all. Not at all. I did have a long day, but no.
Oh.
I mean, it's like booking 40 hours plus a week,
I mean, yeah, it's rough going from entrepreneur to fucking daily grinder again. It's terrible.
It doesn't bother me so much working on cars. To me, it's easy work.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if you're just, doing your passion.
Well, right now I don't have much of a choice because my car's still in the shop, so I can't even go to a daily job if I wanted to.
What, the Celica again?
Me, working on cars is like 90% brain off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And they pay me a lot to do that.
Well, for some people, doing certain tasks that you just have down pat, it's kind of therapeutic when you think about it. Like for me,
I
like
hate drone work.
I know I do too. But here's the thing. Here's what my little hack. So I hate doing yard work. Okay, I grew up on a farm. I hate doing yard work, but I know it's honest work. So when I go outside to actually start doing things to the yard, I'll put in earbuds and just listen to a podcast or an educational, something, or a book or something. And that just consumes like the whole time that I'm working, time just flies by. And all of a sudden everything I'm doing is done. And I'm like, wow, that was a good episode or whatever it was, I'll listen to like 5 episodes,
Yeah,
in a
and
day.
all of a sudden your lawn's done.
Yeah.
You see, to me, it's
great.
It's more.
It's great. I love it.
It's more. I'm doing my 4th oil change. It's like, okay, you can now officially go blow my brains out. There is just a certain level of, I have put my dues in. Oil changes are beneath me.
I was the same way.
One,
like,
I mean, what they pay me to do an oil change means that they just lost money.
There's got any engines to do, motors, transes,
Right.
Engine rebuild.
I'm waiting for approval on pulling a motor out of a Buick Enclave with a 3.6 direct injection. Those things are garbage with their timing chains.
Well, I usually got force fed all the German cars because nobody wants to touch those pieces of crap.
You see, I'm the designated hot rod guy at the shop. I touch all the old stuff because nobody else knows how to work on them.
Hey, I've done a lot of disc brake conversions, man.
Yeah, but do you know the proper setting of a carburetor, and when it doesn't want to be in that proper setting, either high or low, do you know what that means?
What do you mean? Over top dead center or beneath top dead center?
No, carburetors. So there's idle adjustment screws.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what your idle adjustment base?
Oh, yeah, you can change the jets out of those things.
No. I'm saying for there's metering screws for it. That'll be on the outside of the carburetor.
Oh, for the drips, yeah.
So, do you know what the base screw setting is?
Oh, I have no idea. Yeah, no.
Right, and something like that. And I'm not picking on you in any way, shape, or form, and I'm not singling you out. Going, oh look, see, he's a bad mechanic. Cool. Bad mechanic over here. No. I'm not in any way, shape, or form. It's something because people don't touch it anymore. I don't expect people to know or understand basic carburetor functions. So, if you are on a conventional carburetor that's for a car, it's 1.5 turns. Once you bottom the screw all the way down, and then you bring it out 1.5 turns. If it still kind of idles like garbage, and you have to tighten them, your jets are too big.
Yeah, you're getting.
If you have to loosen them out and go to 2 turns, 2.5 turns, your jets are too small.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Sadie sometimes just called you the carb whisperer.
The carb whisperer for the win. It's rare. Yes, it is.
This car has fuel injection. It's from the '92, so I mean.
Oh yeah, Sadie was like, I'm looking for the original carburetor for my Chevelle. Sadie's like, I got a bunch of them. She gives me all the numbers. I look up all the numbers for it. And I'm like, this is for this car, this is for this car, this is for this car. between these years.
No, even I had an old Camaro, but that was my first car. I didn't really tinker with it because I didn't want to break anything. But when I started getting into cars, it's all been fuel injection, man.
So
mostly computers.
I crash coursed myself really big with snowmobiles.
Oh yeah, because you're old '80s snowmobile, yeah.
Right, and I'm trying to figure out how to squeeze performance out of it without blowing up my motor.
Well, it helps when you can work on stuff smaller that's the same design, because then it's just in your hand. And when you go work on the big boy stuff, you're like, oh, this looks pretty familiar.
Right. It's easier to tear down 2 cylinders than it is 8. But yeah, I mean, I would put holes through the bottom of through the dead center of the pistons because I went too lean with the stuff. But man, it was fast,
That's
so
not good.
fast.
A little bit too long of a throw.
Well, you go lean on it, and it just the cylinder gets hot, and you start getting on the higher RPMs. You start getting funky detonation, and the funky detonation is like the equivalent of taking two 10-pound sledgehammers from 20 feet away from each other and just letting them go cling, and seeing what kind of destruction happens in the process.
Feel it in the whole car.
Oh god! Well, on a snowmobile, you just start hearing this like little ticking in the exhaust. It's like pinging, and you're like, "Oh, what the hell is that sound?"
Yourself.
Oh yeah, and you don't even realize it at first. You're like, I'm just bobbing. By the end of the night, you're like, man, I got fucking crap for throttle, man.
It is like melted.
Oh yeah, you melt off part of the ring landing on the exhaust side because it always goes to the exhaust
Once you start
side.
firing the rings, man, your shit's done.
Oh yeah, it'll last a little while, but if you don't correct it, it's
most
gonna eat
Hondas
itself
have
while
fried
you're
rings.
riding. And I had the toe of shame several times from just burning down my motor. Now this last time I built the motor, she ain't burning down now. She is like dripping through the exhaust now. And I figured out what I needed to do, and it's got like just crazy power now. And watching this, when you hit about 140 miles an hour and you watch the skis lift off the ground, you're like, oh, I'm fast.
If you had wings, you would have taken off like 20 miles an hour.
And you're like, wow, I've done this in a quarter of a mile. I am my front end's off the ground within a quarter of a mile.
Yeah, screw a
you beautiful
man. I got a
motherfuckers.
snowmobile.
Oh, it's a Mikkel.
Yo, what's up,
It's
bro?
a
Since
full
Mikkel's here,
panel.
we can bring Little Man in. Hold on.
Ooh.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah,
Yo.
because it's time to be out freaking standing.
I had to like stop talking because the baby like kept looking at me, and I was like,
He's like, "What are you doing, pops? You gotta
I kept trying to kick the microphone.
Yo, G-Man.
G-Man.
Yo, what up, G-Man?
How you doing, buddy?
Sandy.
Yo, he said it. He said it.
Oh,
Guys,
say it
he
again,
said it.
say
We
it.
can end the show now.
One more time.
One more time. Everybody's gonna be quiet. Just say it one more time.
3, 2, 1. Out freaking standing.
Woo!
Yes.
Yeah.
Love it.
Well,
How you
man's
been, little
famous
guy?
over there.
Mhm.
How many of your friends know that you're YouTube famous?
He's like,
Zero.
Zero, it's a secret.
Smart man.
As
Smart
As
man.
many bitcoins that I have, that's how many people know I'm famous.
Yeah, I mean, you can still have half a Bitcoin, and that's quite a bit amount of money. You know, you're talking about like 17, 18 grand right now.
A lot of
You
money.
don't have to own one.
But see, he's also
can own
smart
partials.
because he said, "Oh, I don't have any Bitcoin."
Yeah, you know.
Right.
Hush, hush. Remember,
Right, you
don't
you
tell
lost
anybody
all
how
your
much you got.
you lose all your Bitcoin on a boating accident. Never let ponies drive a boat.
Keep using the paper wallets.
And that's why you buy Bitcoin, buy it at cost, and hodl it.
Oh
Yes.
yes. Ah.
Little man, you are awesome.
The little man is a genius.
Perfect.
That shows that the father
My
is the
man.
best father in the world because the kid is a genius.
He's rated
Say that
FA
one
for
more time
freaking
with my
awesome.
dad here.
Oh. That was a good one.
Bye, little guy.
Y'all are amazing.
Oh,
We love moments like this. We love
that
moments
little
like
guy
this.
was out of freaking stand.
I know, right?
And freaking awesome.
He's
Totally out of
he's like,
control.
I was like, look, did you guys say this is her? I was like, look, Chris's daughter is like, I'm too cool to say that now. Da da da. I'm too busy.
Yeah.
I was like, you got to pick this up. He's like,
Yeah,
I
show
haven't
it up.
practiced this yet.
We can
I was
get
like,
you on
it's too
cameos
easy.
for, you know, voice
I was
appearance.
like, I'll type it out for you on a little card right here, and all you gotta do is read it.
He's like, okay.
Love
And
it.
then
Love
like
it.
he was doing out freaking sanding and all this, and he goes, and then he just ran in with it. And I was like, dude, that is. I was like, I couldn't ask for no better.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. My cheeks are hurting from smiling so much.
Cheeks.
Definitely
Wow.
out freaking sanding.
Yes.
Get them cheeks, boy.
Oh man.
Eat them cheeks up.
I think we can end Friday. That was just perfect right there.
Yeah, okay,
It
guys.
was.
It's 10:30.
Peace out, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks for showing up. Kel, that's a nice shirt, man. What you got?
Oh, hey, that's a pretty cool shirt.
Oh yeah.
Heck yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, he got
Feel
his...
nice and warm.
You guys are
with this hoodie.
matching. You guys going to prom?
Oh,
I mean, I'd go.
Not yet.
it's a bromance, baby.
I'd put out.
Yeah, I'll travel on over there. And we can go to prom.
Ooh,
I mean, just pay me in Bitcoin.
that's right. That's right.
Whatever you do, Mikhail, don't play chicken. You'll lose.
Oh,
15 years later, still waiting on them to break.
yeah.
You know, I've been asking him for that 10K scope. I told him I'd do anything.
Anything.
I don't got it.
He was serious too, bro.
I'm right there with you, man. I told him the same thing. I'd do anything for that scope.
He's like, I'll
They're like,
offer it too.
anything? And I was like, anything.
But I won't do that.
That's a lie.
Oh, no, you would do that.
I would do anything for Bitcoin, but I won't do that.
That's a lie, and you know it.
When you play a game. When the game
Well-
you wanna play.
Actually, you know what? I did think of something that I would be like, you know what? No.
Right? Come on, everybody has that point where
Everybody has that
moral
point, and the one that
conviction.
came up to my mind was
I don't know, man. Damn.
Everybody's
After
got
last
their
Friday, what they
anything
did to
Biden
me,
asked me to do, I'd say no, not
Uh-oh.
worth it.
What they do to you?
I had my little appointment, my 45-year-old appointment.
Oh
I had
Lord,
to take
Oh,
a camera
man.
up the.
No eye contact.
you
flying
had your own
rises.
discovery adventure.
Yep.
Hey, it's all fun and games till you look each other in the eyes, you know.
Operation Eyes.
Thankfully, they loaded me up full of propofol.
Oh yeah.
Woo, okay.
I'll take some.
I don't
Rufinol.
remember nothing.
Rufinol's good too.
I mean, Flories, Roofies, whatever.
They just told you it was propofol.
Eludes, you know, anything, all those drugs from back.
Well,
in-
first she gave me lidocaine. And she's like, "I'm giving you this," and I was like, "For what?" She's like, "Well, the propofol is a little spicy." And I was like,
It's a little
Huh?
spicy.
I need
I was
some.
like,
What do you
That's
mean it's a
something I
little
would-
spicy?
It's gonna
Like-
burn, okay?
The dentist tries to give me lidocaine. I laugh at him like, that's not gonna kill anything.
no, but I would hate to see what that propofol did without the lidocaine because it hurt.
Ooh.
Yeah,
And I was like, that's not spicy. That aches.
yeah. Well,
And I was like, it felt like
that's a
somebody
tad
hit me in the
bit
arm with a
painful.
baseball bat,
well, if it's like
and then I went to sleep.
for mouth stuff, man, they jam that big ass needle right in your gums and juice it up. And you
But
can't
before
all
they
that
juice up
fluid
the gums, they'll
freaks
actually
out.
put like a contact lidocaine or something to numb it
No,
out
with
before
the
they use the
Q-tip?
needle. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, man. Sorry, like I always tell them, give me like double.
I
Actually,
mean,
they-
I just brushed my teeth.
Yeah, that works. That does it.
well, I mean, I brush my teeth too, but you know, sometimes
I
you
know,
gotta
I'm
go into
just-
the knife, get some
Yeah,
work done. You know,
do be facts.
you can only live.
I
so
like
much
it better when they
before
give me the
your
gas.
body starts giving up.
Just
knock
give me
me
that
out.
gas.
Just knock me out and make me laugh.
Yeah.
9. Zabadoo
9.
Ishkabibble.
Jabadoo.
Dude, I love those videos where you always see somebody coming out of like their stupor, but they still haven't got everything there, and they just say the weirdest, craziest things.
Well, that's what I was scared of. I was like, oh, God, what am I going to say?
Hopefully, it's
And
not your
the
Bitcoin keys.
No, it definitely wasn't because I can't remember those. I have to keep them on metal tabs somewhere hidden in the yard. Who knows?
You have them in a
Somewhere
secret
in an
geocache location.
undisclosed location.
It's definitely not where I hid all my gala, safe words. Yeah, you know that, Miguel.
Where do you live at again, man? I mean,
Anywho,
No worries.
so like I'm getting ready to go under, and this lady, the anesthesiologist, is telling me about her dad having to do something. Like, I'm gonna come visit, yada yada, and the day after I leave, I have to go have that same procedure. Camera at the video. So, and I'm thinking in my head before she hits me with the spicy mixture, I was like, I don't give a shit. And as she's hitting me with this, I was like, did I say that? And I woke up and I'm telling Stacy, and she's like, you're just repeating what you just said. And I was like, oh. And I was like, I bet you I said that. I bet you I said, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Because Big John behind me, like this guy was every
Poor
bit
lady.
of 7 foot.
Yeah. He's like, I'm gonna be
And
like a masseuse named
sure,
Bertha.
and I'm sure
I have
Mikkel
small
and
hands.
Brian over here, you've seen an air compressor hose. That's what that camera hose looks like.
Yeah.
And I think old Big John heard what I said, and I think he got mad. And he said, you know what? I'm not even going to lube this up. I'm just going to shove it in and rip it out.
I said, you know what? I'm gonna go get last year's model. It's one
I'm
gauge.
gonna go get the rust
Oh,
one
you
out
see,
back
you
for
see,
bro.
the way that my instructor
little stiffer.
explained it to me, he was like, "Yeah, I'm going in for the procedure for the first time." He was 45, and he's like, Doc comes in with a little box, and he's like, "Oh, that's it? Oh, it's not so bad." At this point, his two
That's not
assistants
so bad.
come walking
Oh, that
in
was just my
with
finger.
with coils of hose around
the
their
rest of
arms.
What do you mean that's
He's like, oh, that's gonna fit. The doc's like, yep.
and then some. You got
Dude, it
miles
was so
of pipes
bad.
down
It's
there,
like
bro.
coming out. So, like, y'all remember back in the day, because we're all about the same age, around the same age. So, you remember Google Maps?
Yeah.
And when you would, or,
It's
you
still a
sit there
thing.
and
It's still a thing, yeah.
MapQuest.
MapQuest,
MapQuest.
yes. Now that one's
So it
gone.
would have the picture of the whole map, where you're going to end up. And then it would give like numbers based off of each individual picture. That's what they gave me for my butthole.
Yeah. Oh, so it really is a Hershey.
Here's
A
your whole
distance
gut.
between each kink in the
And
intestines.
it's like 1 through 19.
They gave
And
you
I'm
a
like,
MapQuest?
what are you doing? And they're like, no, we just went 48 inches inside of it. And I was like, well, hell.
I feel like a new man. Oh.
I'm fabulous.
Taking the Hershey Highway to Peanut Town.
Now
Maybe I
people
start
will
up
now
the
ask
OnlyFans
you, have
now.
you been to prison? Because I didn't
Start
hear
up
you
an
fart.
Doctor has an OnlyFans and he shares everybody's butt buddies.
Wow, dude, we were on the rails, I think, for a little bit.
So there we
Did
were.
anyone
on
else
Friday.
hear an echo?
So there we were.
There
we
was
were.
rails.
I farted. And it was
One,
just-
one, and a
Crouched
rail
over the
broke.
doctor's
2
chair.
meters deep in the intestines.
Are you kidding me? There was a device on the track and we just got derailed.
Right.
We said, "Oh, hey, yeah, we
Yeah.
were on we were on the
Hey,
train."
but on the plus side, you know what? There was nothing found.
No polyps, no
So,
cancer.
that's
Awesome.
good,
He
man.
said, speaking of butt, nothing was found.
Check up from the waist down, you know? Did they
Well,
go
I'm glad everything was a clean
same
bill of
tube in
health.
the front end, too?
Oh, yeah. 10 more years before we have to do it again.
Oh, nice.
Man,
By
I
then
remember-
it'll
I remember
probably
when they
it'll
said,
be a little bit thinner. You know what I mean?
That's what they all say.
Well, you just get older and floppier, so it's all right.
well, see, when I was still in the medical
that's
field,
also
that
possible.
procedure didn't happen till 50, wasn't it? They lowered it,
It
to
was.
45.
They did. This year. Because I'm demobbing and they're like, oh, guess what?
Man,
You get to have this done. And I was
they
like,
tell
shut
you if
up.
you've got
For real?
cancer, they tell you if you got cancer that runs in the family, you might want to consider doing it by 35 to 40.
Yeah. And
Not wrong.
I mean,
it makes sense.
Which I
and
do
given-
have cancer that runs in my family. My grandfather died of prostate cancer.
well, not even cancer in the family, but, and Gundy, back me up on this. But, everything they put in the foods now all the chemicals and everything
Dude.
you're surrounded with.
Everything they put
Yeah,
Oh
in.
yeah, you're just
way
living
more
in a state of
susceptible.
inflammation.
Yeah.
You know.
Guts inflamed, your joints
like-
are
Yeah,
inflamed.
Oh yeah,
You know, the
most of
cheaper-
my diet is pure coffee, and then You
So
know,
you
one-
want to
one
have
meal at the end
so
of the day.
your joints are inflamed and you're dehydrated.
Yeah,
Because coffee's a
great.
diuretic.
great.
But
They've
see,
literally stripped every.
I drink so much
nutrient
coffee,
from our
the
food.
diuretic effect no longer does anything.
No,
it's just
you
going to kill my
want-
kidneys.
You think that, but you're dehydrated.
We're all just
Hey,
mineral deficient.
I mean, Oz, you're currently in. You can back me up on this. In the military, if you're not peeing every half hour to an hour,
You're
you're not
dehydrated.
drinking enough
Yeah.
water.
Well,
It's
I
true.
mean, if you don't
The
have
solution
a
to
chart,
everything is drink more
if you
water.
don't have a color chart above your toilet, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
Right?
If it's
If
brown,
it looks
bro,
like
you
sweet
gotta have
tea,
32
it's bad.
ounces of water stat. You know, get that in you. Should be
No, it's
close to
absolutely
I
true.
go to
It
work
is.
with a gallon jug of water.
Oh, especially
I
in
remember
ain't
doing
gonna-
that when
I ain't
we
gonna
were in
lie.
the
I was
military.
you're gonna go completely off the rails. I was putting my dishes away and I went to the bathroom and I stuck my headphones on. And I was urinating on the toilet when y'all were like, you don't have a color chart.
He
I was
loved
like,
it.
this is funny.
So are you
Ironic
dehydrated,
times
sir?
when I happened to be-
what
So-
color
so
do I
Mikkel,
have?
I'm okay.
Kel,
with
I
that.
mean, are you
look all right.
dehydrated?
I mean, I drank coffee up until like
No,
noon.
no,
does it
no,
look
no.
When I
sweet
switched
tea?
to
We're-
water.
He wasn't
We're
asking
asking
that. He was
right
asking
now.
what color was it? Are
No,
you
it was
dehydrated?
Are you dehydrated?
No, I'm good.
Yeah,
No, I'm
if
good.
it was the color
I didn't
of
ask if you're
Oz's
good. What
flag
color
in
is
the
it?
background, you
Right. How dark?
You know, it was like a clearish yellow. I could probably have a
Oh,
little
okay.
more water.
Yeah.
You know, what I
Well,
mean?
yeah,
But-
see, you can always have more water.
But like Brian said,
Always.
you know, it's every 30 minutes. If you're not going every 30 minutes, you're not hydrated. Yeah.
yeah, you know.
Sometimes I feel like a slacker at 45 minutes, you know? I'm like, damn, I'm like so close.
I mean, it's either that or you got prostate cancer. Either way.
Right, one of the two, man. Damn it.
Yeah, and the crazy thing about prostate cancer is that will actually sneak up on you, especially if you don't feel anything. Why would you go in? I mean,
Hey, do you
Yes,
guys?
it's not until you
I-
actually. Most guys, they don't go to the doctor until they feel pain. Well, when you feel pain, it's already too late.
Yeah,
That's
they feel
why they're
pain.
encouraging you.
It feels
to-
pain. It's to where they can't do something that they normally do. That's
Yeah.
when
Yeah,
you're
by
like,
the time my grandfather went in, he was already stage 3.
Hmm.
Do you guys remember the early '90s when Tom Green had one of his balls taken out on his show?
I heard about it, but I don't remember.
Yeah, he ended up getting testicular cancer, and he filmed it all and had his outside of his ball on the show. Like, look, there it is.
There's the cancer.
No.
No, it's the
No.
whole testicle they took out.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
I mean, the '90s they had some crazy shows back then.
Nope. Nope.
Right,
nope.
things
Yeah,
that
we
you
had
can't-
Jackass.
Things
I
that
don't
you
think you
can't
heard me.
allow today.
No.
Today's princess party that they
Oh
have.
yeah, people get
as-
so butthurt.
oh my god, dude!
Like the only reason we still have South Park is just because they've been out for 20
You
years.
played
They're not
outside
bothered.
and ate dirt. You had a good childhood.
Yes.
You drank from the hose. and
Right.
through the old school dodgeballs at people's faces. You had a good childhood.
Ooh.
When you had a scraped knee,
Random
they just tell
thought.
you to pick the rocks out and walk it off.
Take a salt tablet, you bitch.
So who collects comic books?
Dude, I have some oldies, bro.
I have a
I don't really
few,
couldn't,
but
collect
it's
them
not
anymore.
like
Comic
ones
I have a
that people
few.
would like. It's ones that only other Juggalo, Insane Clown Posse fans would
What
like.
is
But
Juggalo?
My brother-in-law used to have an entire room dedicated. He had shelves and shelves of boxes and boxes and boxes of like comics.
Well, see, I messed around and there was a box in my little storage room. I forgot about it and pulled it out. My son's looking, going through. I was like, oh, I remember this one. It was the second time that Rocket Raccoon showed up in the comics. And so it was the Incredible Hulk. I think it's 121, if I'm not mistaken.
How much is that one going for now?
Somebody listed on, I mean, of course, it was like rated, sealed. They put it on eBay for $4,000.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I got this thing for like 60 cents.
Yeah.
And it's in good quality. Like, it's in plastic.
Yeah.
And I was like, shut the front door. And then I started looking at some of the older ones, like the Tales of War and other things. And they had like some of the German, let me change my words, the German army names, were on some of the comic books there. And I was like, and those are going for like $400.
Yeah.
Like, shut the front door.
Yeah, you'd be
Like,
surprised.
I might have to sell off.
It's been
Sell off a few and buy some Bitcoin.
Right.
Yeah.
You might have enough for a Bitcoin, bro. Jealous.
Yeah. Dude, I used to have so many Garbage Pail Kids back from the 80s.
Dude,
Oh
I
my
had
God.
all of them. I
had all.
That's tough.
I have all of them somewhere.
there it is, 271.
I've got my Magic the Gathering.
Stickers.
I still have Magic the Gathering cards.
I have it
First gen
Oh,
dating back to Alpha and Beta series, which is Gen 1 and Gen 2s.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
the highest dollar cards out there.
Yeah. Nerds.
And why do you
And
still
they're
have
all
them right now?
banned. You can't use them in tournaments.
Oh, because they're so good.
No, they fall under an old rules that no longer are in effect, and the cards don't comply with the new tournament standards. So you can use them in a private game,
Yeah.
but you're not gonna sit there and take your
OP.
Dark Lotus card that's for at one point in time it was like $8,000 at one point in time for a Dark Lotus. You're
Yeah.
not gonna pull out an $8,000 card. Yeah, I'm gonna shuffle this in my deck.
Yeah.
No, you're gonna have it in this thick little baseball case, and you're gonna shuffle
You
in your deck.
won't.
And you're like, "What's in the case?
Oh,
A
don't worry
random
about that.
card.
That's my next
Why is it
card
at the
for you.
top?"
Just make
Oh,
sure
you
it's face
see,
down. You can't see it. It's fine.
There was like a
Nothing
TikTok
to
video
see.
of a dude going to play a match of Pokemon, like at a tournament, and he had a PSA 10 Charizard in it, and he goes, crap, I forgot to put this one in my deck, and he snaps it open and puts the Charizard, and everyone's like,
Mhm.
I was like,
Maybe he had
why,
13
sir.
more Charizards at home. You don't know.
I was like, well, I mean, upon him doing that, like, you ruin the card because
Oh, yeah,
things
it's
like
done.
thick plastics, like
What is it? ESRB rating or whatever it is. Who does the rating?
PSA. PSA does the ratings.
That's right.
At least like
So
the
here's that comic.
high
I was looking
official, like fancy ones.
at. Does it work?
Oh, you found it.
All right,
Huh?
there it
They
goes.
were Hulk, the Incredible Bulk.
Yeah, no kidding.
$3,995. $5,000.
Yeah, man.
And the thing is,
Those are
like,
great,
I try to tell
too.
my son that, it's like, look, if you're trying to sell this, you got to find somebody that's willing to pay for that.
Yeah, if you're gonna
And
sell
get
them,
it
man, you can
graded.
get them graded.
I mean, if you're going to sell it and get it graded, you got to pay for it.
It's like, I don't know what a comic book costs, but I know a card is like 20-ish bucks, give or take, plus like the shipping and handling you have to take care of.
I mean, but still, like we stopped by, I think Sunday, we went to, he got like all A's and 1B for his quarterly report card. And I was like, okay. He goes, we could go to Krispy Kreme and they give you a donut for every A. I was like, say less.
Yeah, that's right.
And I was
Sold.
like,
I'm
we're
going.
going.
Where we go? We
Yeah.
go right now.
So we go out there and I was like, hey, let's check out this comic book store on the way home. And he's like, yeah. And I asked him, I was like, dude, do y'all have this comic? They're like, no, but we're looking for it. And I was like, ooh. I was like, maybe we can have a deal. And he's like, but we don't buy them. And I was like, what? I'm not going to give it to you, dude.
Right?
So, but yeah, I started going through some of that and I was like, man, that's pretty awesome.
Oh yeah.
I wonder what the most expensive comic book is.
Most
Let
expensive?
me Google that.
Yeah, you're talking like old 60s Marvel, probably.
Yeah.
It's-
Well,
and
no,
it's
you're
all-
talking
it's
more.
the
They're
old Superman.
unreleased ones. They're
The
the most
detective-
expensive ones that I usually hear of are the
Off
garbage.
prints or
No,
something.
they're the garbage can editions.
Oh, they just
So an
got
original creator put it in the garbage can.
yeah.
It didn't meet their standard. Somebody swooped it up and it made circulation, but it's the only copy in
So-
existence.
Yeah, the
As
only
of right
copy.
now,
That's when
Superman
you
number
get
one,
some seriously
5.3
ridiculous pricing.
million.
What?
Jesus.
Screen share.
Superman
Oh,
won
Jesus.
5.3 mil. That's a lot of
God.
Bitcoin.
I gotta
I mean, I'm not
Oh.
kidding.
remember when they had Superman die?
Yeah.
So there was huge hype on that comic, and I bought a bunch of them, and then they brought them back, and I'm like, "Fuck you guys."
Here we go.
I mean, they're still worth like $200 a piece, like, but I mean,
Right. So yeah, once again,
But he's not dead.
5 point. Well, I mean, even so, if you look at Superman is dead. Like I'm a huge fan of Wolverine. Right? So like Wolverine, the Death Wolverine.
yeah,
I collected comic books where you had to get, I think it's like 12 of them, and it made a whole poster, like
yeah.
a whole scene. And I was like, oh, hell
I was
yeah.
really into like Image comics in like the early '90s.
See, my uncle was a big collector. He's got like first edition Tales of the Crypt. It's like a
Wow.
$10,000
That would be
comic
cool
book.
just to see.
Oh,
Yeah,
look at that
that's
thing.
good shit.
Yeah, he paid like
That's
15
crazy.
cents for the comic book or something like that. It was like pennies, like no more than like 25 cents.
That's how much
He
they
said-
cost
Well,
back
the
then.
Superman
It said
comic,
as of
10 cents.
2023 too. So that was sold
Yeah.
like this year. Like
He
someone paid
he
$5
paid 10
million
cents. I'm looking at the
this
comic
year.
book right now.
5.3,
Wow.
let's be honest.
For
Okay,
10 cents.
5.3.
He now is making $9,490 off of 10 cents.
That's like selling a Raspberry Pi for 10 grand.
Okay, that's like buying Bitcoin, it costs.
And hodl.
And hodling it.
That's right.
All the way from $1.
But yeah, some of those comics, I mean, and I haven't even gone through all, like I collect the 12-inch G.I. Joes.
Mm-hmm.
I collect NASCAR, baseball, football, back from the 60s and 70s. And I was like, well, maybe I pull those out one of these weekends and just kind of go through everything.
Yeah, get like a price guide, pay for like a decent price guide, and just go through them.
Yeah. And I mean, he's like, would you sell it? I was like, for $4,000 now.
Yeah,
I was like, I wouldn't. I'll hold on to it.
yeah, that's like an heirloom.
I said, they ain't going nowhere.
Kids can have some of
Yeah.
that.
I said, what if you hold on to it? And when you grow up, and get older and Lord forbid, everything's fine. At that time, maybe something could be more. I said, maybe you could be $1 million one day.
Yeah, totally possible.
Hey, we've been on for a bit, and we still haven't heard any effing announcements from this guy over here.
Right.
Is it time for an announcement?
Well, I mean,
What?
I think we need FAs and shiz in
hey,
chat.
on,
We
need a
on-
lot.
on
There's
his
been
account.
a lot of FAs, and I've
Oh,
heard
okay.
response all stream. Like,
If,
On his account, there were some
if you're vouching for them all, I'll
sideways
take it.
FAs.
for shame.
Ladies and gentlemen, and all you sexy motherfuckers out there, DCA Adventure is rated F for fucking awesome.
Hi, puppy.
Hey, puppy.
Puppy chulo.
Oh,
Hey, puppy!
I
Come
love
here, boy.
you. I'm a big
Okay, maybe you just I don't know.
You're gonna have a farm of doggies tomorrow.
I know, right? I'm like, no more, please.
Oh, please, no.
I can't.
It's hard enough to train two at a time.
Maybe,
I
maybe
can't
your
do
wife's
three.
really smart, because I've been hearing a lot of stuff about the market is going to take a shit here very soon. Like, not the crypto market, the regular stock market.
It wouldn't surprise me at all.
I've been hearing lots of talk about everyone saying doom and gloom. We're talking 20, 30, 40% down. And, people even examine it to like like the 87 crash, you know, the what was it, 32 crash. So they're examining the trends and timelines from back then, and you know, from each of the year segments. And they said we're just about ripe for another huge downturn.
Okay.
We're right for another good.
Yeah.
Oh,
a good
the
last.
last halfway decent downturn was what, 2008?
Yeah.
All right. So, I mean,
So
either way,
Yeah, I was a youngling
the one in
back then,
87 was
so I
pretty
don't know what
bad.
that was
The
like.
one in like
but
was like the worst.
I
but-
do remember life was a
2008, I
little bit
missed
rougher back
out.
then.
2010, I definitely missed out.
But yeah, not financial advice. I sold all my stocks. I said no, thank you. I don't want any. I got rid of all of my 401ks because they were all run by Vanguard, BlackRock, and State Street. I'm like, nah, I'm not participating in this anymore. Thank you.
I don't want to party your monopoly.
Drop your fiat and buy crypto. Like, duh. Not financial advice. Please don't do what I do. I'm a retard.
My money and I want it now.
Everyone hates me.
Everyone hates me.
I had a fun conversation with my with one of my nieces today. We reconnected, and like her schedule's so crazy, whatnot. So I was like, oh, hey, you know what? Let's just do this, since I don't want to call you at work because she works in a place where she can't use her phone. She needs to keep her head on a swivel. And so I was like, why don't we just set up an appointment and I'll just give you a call then. And so we talked for like 2 hours today, and we ended up talking about, you know, Bitcoin and you know, stocks and the housing market and how it all works. I'm like, look, she's like, oh, I've wanted to look into it. You know, you were always talking about it. Anytime somebody talks about it, I always think about you. I'm like, well, you only need to get started. You know,
Yeah.
if you can you afford
$100 in it,
light a $10 bill on fire? Can you afford that? She's like, well, yeah. I'm like, okay, well, instead of
Buy Bitcoin.
lighting it on fire and using it to start a fire in your fireplace, just buy some Bitcoin on Coinbase or something. Just get started
I
somewhere.
I
mean,
don't understand. Literally,
and that's
cut
a
your
great
morning
point,
coffee
Chris.
out of your
You know,
rep.
I mean, and that's
buy it at home
things-
instead and like save
So
that.
tell me this, you know, you sat there and I could sit there easily in 1 month and tell you where I blew $100 easy. You know, I could take that $100 every month and buy Bitcoin.
Or you could have knocked on, you know, a little bit extra, could have half that 100 and put the 50 to the side.
yeah,
That way
like
you still
instead of
could have some
going
fun
out
time.
getting drinks or
Yeah,
buying
you
a
know,
meal
have
at
a good
McDonald's or
time.
something.
But you know, be invested. And that's what
Yeah, and that's the
DCA
thing.
is
It's
all
just,
Dang.
I
Just
mean, try not to
experiment.
live in that moment.
Yeah, and consider it spent,
Yeah.
and just learn by
Yeah.
watching it.
Or you could just get lucky and throw darts at a dartboard at shitcoins, buy like, you know, 10 million shitcoins and put them in a hardware wallet and hope for a good rainy day, like 3 or 4 years down the road.
To crypto as fast
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, look at Doge now. Everybody talks about Doge. It was the biggest fucking joke
dude,
back in
we
the
get
day.
so many news notifications about Doge and
Yeah.
Shiba Inu right now in our
That's-
Discord.
I love that shit. I got a giant bag of Shiba just fucking collecting dust. I'm like, I put it away. I'm like, I'm not even gonna look at it or touch it. Fuck it. Like, if it happens, it happens. Good for me.
Facts.
You know, it's like gambling, man. I tell people I'm just paying for entertainment that lasts, you know, a couple of years.
There you go.
I'm paying for entertainment that's going to pay me back.
You know, you hope so, but like, don't spend any money that you can't afford. You know, don't be mortgaging your house for crypto. Like, this ain't fucking BitConnect. Like,
Oh, we weren't supposed to do that?
yeah, no, dude, no. You mortgaging your
Okay,
family's future
stop.
on some
You ain't got no damn
crypto. Like, you
sense.
gotta get a checkup from the neck up after that.
To be playing with my emotions.
Damn it, Smokey.
It says the Joker damn bought it at like 20K and then sold it at 60. It's like, oh yeah, tell me again.
No, dude, I got my dad to finally buy it back in the day, and he
Yeah?
bought it at like 3,200. And needless to say, he's happy about his investment. He thinks of me all the time. Like, you know, I do what I can. And, you know, I can only point you to the direction that I think stuff is going. Nobody's got a magic mirror, or else we'd all be millionaires, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Absolutely. So, Mikkel,
are
what's
facts.
happening tomorrow morning?
Well, your boy over here is going to be going live at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, not 8 o'clock.
And
9 o'clock in the morning.
Coast,
Cool
baby.
standard time.
East-
Chump Change usually goes live around like 8-ish. 8 to 8:15-ish.
9 East Coast.
Or 9 East Coast. 9:15-ish.
Who lives in Central anyway? Like, Jesus.
I live in
Me, Brian.
Most of the streamers.
so
are
three
also-
out of
all the
five.
cool kids
Time
live
zone.
in the Central Time. I'm just saying.
3 out of 5 here live in
Yeah.
Central, apparently.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that's our problem, man. DCA just gotta be Central.
You just gotta be in the cool standard time, you know what I mean?
Ooh, baby.
But I'll be going live in the morning. And then after me, we have Serpent going live. And then after Serpent, Panda's back, so he'll be going live. And after Panda's done going live, we Rabbit Mining going live.
I mean,
Just,
Saturday
you know.
mornings we're at that in the crypto space, man. Everybody's up.
Saturday morning
Everybody's watching.
shenanigans.
We're all sharing
Yeah.
that free knowledge.
Saturday morning crypto shenanigans.
Yeah.
Mining shenanigans, more specifically, because we're all miners, and that's usually what we all cover. So
Yeah.
that is that's that. And then of course tomorrow night it'll be me and them here on the channel
Yeah.
today. Like not today. Here on this channel tomorrow. At 8 o'clock PM cool standard time.
Cool standard.
Yes.
Nah, it's 9 p.m.
Standard.
East Coast. East Coast is the West Coast. Because you know why? I don't know why. Because we don't watch the sun set over the ocean. We watch the sun rise over the ocean.
I don't mind watching the sunset.
That's why it's better. It's just
But,
better that way. I'm telling
The state itself.
But it's just
sucks.
better that way.
you.
You know, I'm like you can have your opinion,
We
but
just swap houses
it's
for,
not
like, a
it's
summer, you know?
not better.
I will say I do miss watching the sun rise off the ocean. But
It's nice. Have a good night out with the boys partying, you know, have a beach stroll with some honeys, you know, watch the sunrise. It's great.
It's great.
It's great. It's great.
It's pretty FA, right?
And
Yeah.
guys, I mentioned last week that place that I'm working with solar, we now have an affiliate program. I posted something in the Discord for you guys in the random referral links. If you guys wanted to check that out, and I'll go ahead and post here as well in the live chat. If anybody wants to send your people my way if they want to get solar on your house, on their house, you guys could actually earn a nice size commission, not something small like with DogeLord Coffee, you know, with like $5 for or $2 for a commission. Like this is like a up to $1,000 with a successful install. So you guys send me a lead. If it leads to
Yeah, man.
an install, you guys get a nice hefty commission.
You know, in your defense, like it costs a little bit more to get solar than it does to get a cup of coffee, but
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
a little bit more money to play around with.
It is. So if you guys have homeowner friends or friends and family that know homeowners that are looking at getting solar, go ahead, sign up at that link right there, share with them my landing pages. It's absolutely free for you guys. You don't have to get into solar. You don't have to learn software. You don't have to do any presentations. You just share the links and I'll be notified when one of your links leads to somebody that I have an appointment with and we install solar on their house. When that happens, you guys get a nice size commission. So
That's
there
pretty
you go.
FA, right?
Falling in the matrix, guys.
That looks like one crazy, wicked, awesome, cool matrix. Weird that it's purple though, not green.
I mean, what do we know what the Matrix is like?
This
have
is
no
Mikkel's
idea.
favorite right here. This one.
Oh,
Like, stop, man! You're gonna make me sick.
All right, it's gone. It's gone. You're good.
He's like, I gotta cover one eye. Put my foot on the ground.
Yeah, I must.
Yeah.
I gotta stop the world from spinning.
There's Mario like drinking some spiked cider and
Oh yeah. Oh,
not feeling that one, you know what I mean?
oh god. Stay down, buddy.
Gotta keep it down with a peach cup.
Mm,
I'm grown.
that's right.
Well, it's nice to see you guys tonight. You know, it seems
Yeah,
like we only
And
get
we
around.
will see our patrons
Once a-
on Sunday.
Oh,
We're so
hell
short in
yeah.
between.
You know, we do have our Patreon sermon in
Ooh, this
Discord.
Sunday, that's right.
Yeah, this Sunday, the 29th.
Not the sermon, but the sermon.
Not a sermon, just a thought.
It's sermon.
Sermon. Sermon? Is that kind of like salmon, but like farm raised or something? Sermon.
All I know is it's a
Yeah.
fun time hanging out with
Yeah, it's
everybody
salmon.
and playing that golf game while we're all chatting about whatever comes up.
Oh, well. Putt putt.
Yeah,
But,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
It's about that
that's the only time I play that game is with you guys.
Yep.
I mean, when are we really on like voice? You know, aside from Patreon,
I mean, we could be
Don't
on
really do
more,
much
but
anymore,
I mean,
like,
that's kind of like a
nobody's been
somebody
playing
to pass
games or
is just like,
anything.
oh, Patreon sermon.
I was on there the other
Play
day
some
for
putt-putt.
like almost like an hour and a half, 2
I asked
hours
you.
playing New World.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh yeah, nice.
I was just streaming
How is it?
inside the Discord. I mean, I like it. I enjoy playing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
Though I am almost
on the deck.
positive my main hard drive that I'm running gains off of right now is not happy
is it SSD?
because no, it's an HDD, but it's like a Western Digital. It's like it's good, you know what I mean?
You're
But
still-
the game is like stuttering, and there's
Oh,
no reason
no.
for it to be stuttering.
Hmm.
And I'm
Unless you had a
watching
bad
my
sector
hard
on your hard
drive is
drive where it
like
installed,
is like
yeah.
100% like just pegged, and I'm like, it's probably the problem.
You know, when those platters like start getting misaligned, the best way to
Mhm.
get aligned again is you take the drive out and you smack it flat on the pavement as hard as you can. Bam! And like that's supposed to like realign them.
No, I heard the
Yeah.
same thing.
I've
call
gotten
bullshit.
drives to come back that way. But you know, I don't
Yeah,
know.
hard
I
drive
can
advice.
see everything.
Not hard drive base, but
Facts.
yeah. So, but other than that, it's been a good game.
Ooh.
I've enjoyed it. I've been playing on the Steam Deck as well, so
Love that Steam Deck, man.
love the Steam
AAA
Deck.
title.
Diablo's on the Steam Deck now.
No. The only thing I don't like about Nem, how's that new the new battery pack? You getting better life out of it from even when it was new?
I don't use it a whole lot unless I'm like traveling around, but
Yeah,
at
yeah,
least
of
it
course.
does kill the charge now. I mean, I can turn it on right now. It's amazing.
Because you know the mine it works fine and the battery's good, but like I get like 2-3 hours of like, and if I turn the volume up on it louder, it gets even less time. Like it's like 2 to 3 hours of like AAA rated like high resolution games playing for, and then I have to plug it in. I'm like, this is kind of like
Yeah, mine started off where I could play like for like 6 hours, and then it was 4 hours, and then I had if I was on the road for more than 2 hours, I better have my battery bank with me.
I mean, that's where mine has been since day one though. Like it's about 3.5 hours like game time.
Yeah.
Like AAA titles on high settings, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm like keeping everything at that 1080p level. Nothing
Moderate
nothing hard.
graphics, yeah.
Yeah. Nothing
Yeah, usually keep it
hardcore on
medium.
there.
Maybe you should try that out. See if I even notice like the frame rate differential or anything.
Yeah,
you
you
should.
you should pick up a frame rate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's not pushing to like push the blades of grass out, you know?
Right.
Man, the first time I did that back when we were playing like EverQuest and stuff. Man, the first graphics card I ever got, and I went off of like onboard graphics. I was like,
EverQuest.
My freaking mind
Yeah,
was
that's a
melting. I'm
throwback.
like, you can see everything.
Hmm.
How
We
far
played
we've
every
come in
quest
so
in
little
so
time. It's
long.
crazy, man. Like the last
It's
20 years in
online.
gaming has like it's been insane.
Oh, for sure.
Played that every
Like it
quest
threw
on
me
a
off. Like
PS2
I've been, well,
with
I've
a
been
network
on
adapter.
console for a minute,
Yeah.
and recently been playing Fortnite on the PC.
The
Bro,
only thing
did
I'm
you see we're
playing right
going back
now
to
is like
season 1?
Dude, November
all-
4th,
What for
Yeah.
Fortnite?
The 3rd.
going back
Yeah, going all the way back to season
on
1.
the 4th.
It's like everything going back to the first maps,
Yep.
movements, like they're going like
Chapter
backwards.
1, Season 1.
Yeah,
They made
I'm
all their
for it,
money. They're
man.
just gonna like put out old content now, right?
That
Mhm.
whole season's gonna be just from that point back then till now.
Right, just
gonna
redo the whole thing.
periodically just keep doing it. Just keep updating that map.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
I was like,
it's
oh,
supposed to be
it's
like
gonna be wild.
updated.
I want to. I
It's
want
only
to.
the same map,
Stick.
but like updated.
When is
Yeah.
GTA 6 coming out?
Who knows? Next year, I think.
you guys are
from
gonna
what I
laugh
was
at
seeing.
me. The only game I'm playing right now is Hero Wars.
I mean, I'm not gonna laugh. At least you're playing games.
At least you're,
Hey, man, even
you
if
know,
you're playing Snake,
taking time for
your
yourself.
old Nokia.
I saw a TikTok about, boosting up the SE, the little classic Nintendo with the
Yep,
I
you
guess
can
it's
boost
Raspberry
it.
Pi with the SNES case.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah?
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, I got one of those in my wall locker. Hold on.
Dude, I
I was
found
like, I gotta pop this thing out.
our original NES that we got back when I was a kid, and all of the old cartridge games like Zelda, Mario, Duck Hunt, all of those.
You make
Dodgeball.
buku money, man.
Not, if it was in mint condition,
Hunt.
sure. But it was well used and well loved.
You're in California. They'll pay top dollar.
Yeah.
Not paying top dollar.
Dude,
They'll
I
call
was
it a
watching,
retro.
I know, right?
I was
I
watching.
I should look it up. Like original NES for sale.
Yeah,
See
just
what
let them know
it's going
you're in
for.
California first.
California.
Oh, that's so bright. Ooh.
Yeah, they're only going for like $230 roughly. Average is about 150. Some going for $100.
You know, if you turned wrenches in California now, you'd have to get a certification.
Oh yeah.
I'm already certified.
No, I mean like the state won't let you turn wrenches just like off the street.
Well, I wouldn't want to live in a communist shithole anyway.
I wouldn't want you to live in one either. It sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, like, could you imagine being
Yeah,
in a
yeah.
position trying to dispose of like R12 or R134A? Like, what? There's probably some guy behind you, like
I'm
microscope.
actually state certified for that already.
I mean, I am too. I don't think it expires.
No, it never does. Once you've taken your 609A test, you're good to go.
I had my emissions and everything too.
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
Well,
it's good.
Forgot about that.
I don't know, man. Crazy. You always get
Things
like
over
those
here.
early '90s cars that say "Made in California." You're like, stay away from all those. This is California spec. Throw it away.
Oh, did you hear that the Robert E. Lee statue was melted down in secret?
What?
No.
Which one?
The one that was in the Carolinas.
Oh, yeah.
They
It doesn't
melted
surprise
it.
me.
They melted it down without even telling anybody.
Wow.
They're trying to eradicate history. It's like,
Yeah, they do it, man.
don't you like know
I mean,
that whenever
but
you erase
or eradicate
history,
history, like that's. I
the
feel
more
that's a
you
far
eradicate
stretch.
it, the more likely you're going to repeat it.
Well, history doesn't repeat itself; it rhymes.
Right.
And very good too. I mean, like trying to eradicate, it's it's silliness in an aspect, but it's just government.
Well, history might not
Really just
repeat
kind
itself,
of
but
like,
it's,
hey.
it's circular, you know.
Yeah,
It does repeat itself in a certain like.
it rhymes.
Yeah, no, it does it over again. Let's put it that way.
It has the same rhythm.
It does, yeah.
It's kind of like, oh, I've heard that beat before.
It's like
Mhm.
easy times.
It's like it's like that that nasty frumpy chick that used the president's the presidential whistle flute, the one that was like made out of crystal. They actually let this chick like it's like they have no respect over like the historical stuff of the country.
Yeah.
Why would they have any respect for it? They hate the country. That's why they're trying to tear it down.
Well,
it's just a country.
It's tough to keep a country that's, you know, positive, that, you know, came and stole it from other people.
Yeah.
There isn't a
They
single
don't
country
care
that's
if they sell the
that's a
country in
straw
a
man. No,
handbasket.
that's a straw man argument because every country out there has stolen something in its history to get to the glory that it's at right now. The difference is that they don't do it. They don't do it anymore. They learn from their lessons. Every country has done it. To sit there and say, "Hey, you don't deserve your country's heritage because it was evil back then." So sorry. We need to make sure it's eliminated out of view because we don't want anybody to know that's how our country started. It's like sitting there and people thinking that the Civil War was for freeing slaves. It's like slaves weren't freed for another 7 years after the Civil War ended. It was for military equipment. Let me just tell you all guys right now, Civil War was about military equipment.
And textiles, don't forget. The South was the farmland.
Yeah, the North
they didn't have any farmland. They were industrial.
They believed that the North, because the military bases were paid for by U.S. tax dollars, when the South seceded, they were like, well, you owe us those bases. And the South was like, yeah, come
and get them. Yeah, like
and remember who started and you got to remember who started all that stuff. Democrats.
For Columbus,
human rats.
I found America. No, you didn't.
No. That was the great lie. You know, Vikings had been here for quite some time.
Vikings, Indians.
Well, the Indians, I'll say, is the native inhabitants, but I'm saying like for the big cross the ocean
if you look further
voyage,
back, they migrated from like
Baltic.
Russia to Alaska and came on down, and they just kept on going.
Yeah,
and
they're
that's,
like, oh,
that's
this,
how we
water
went
goes
from
on
like
for a
Native
long time.
Americans to Mexico and South America. Like they migrated,
right? At one point in time, but then people forgot what the migration period was, and then they were like, well, how do we get over there? There's all this water. And the Vikings were the only crazy nutbags back then that was like, we got this. We'll row our way there.
Made rowboat, take that shit out on the high seas. Like,
right, dude.
Like the chances of you surviving back then is like nothing. Like,
right, and here these guys are like just sailing the open seas, going, oh,
crazy.
Oh,
those were, those were hard times. They created strong men.
Heck yeah.
Oh, facts, man.
Nowadays we get everything fucking delivered, and you don't have to leave your fucking fat ass off the couch. I mean, what happens? Easy times create weak ass dudes.
Which in turn creates strong men again.
It's turning, bro. Just like that whole cyclical history thing.
Every time,
about.
Everything
running in a cycle.
Yep. Every 20 years, you get a new cycle.
I'm ready for the next 20 already, so let's get it on.
Well, you got to get that next crew ready.
I mean, I don't understand. We're giving all these countries money, like when we have so many issues at home.
You're not giving them money. You're just saying, "Hey, you got printed this."
They're saying, "Hey, can
Every
if
time
you
we do that,
if we
though,
give you this money, will you hate
get
us just a little
inflation.
bit less, please?"
Yeah.
You know, we're just increasing our inflation rate at this point. It's ridiculous.
And they don't care.
It
That's
is.
part
I
of the
agree.
plan.
Well, you know, I'm gonna show up at the grocery store one day, and you know, it's been going up statistically for like the past 3 or 4 years now. I swear my grocery bill's doubled in the past.
Yeah.
I mean, I tell you what, though, I will live off of ramen. Don't get me wrong. I
That
can
shit
do
will
it.
give you the big C, bro.
That's what
That
you
shit is
say,
not
but so
even.
will
You
everything
can't even
else.
label that as food anymore. Like that
It's
is
not, but it fills
no
a hole.
nutrients in that whatsoever.
It would actually be cheaper to, buy a 50-pound bag of rice
Yeah. Oh,
than a 10-pound bag of
stories
potatoes.
about some of the cheap brands,
Yeah.
man.
What
Plastic
you
fillers and
need to
shit.
do is start researching how grandma and great grandma made meals out of nothing.
I mean, yeah, lard and like
Yeah, and
fat.
then can things up.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason that our grandparents lived to like almost 100 with no issues because
Yeah, they were eating bark.
they actually ate food
When they
you
didn't
know?
have food.
They had to
Okay.
make their own shit. It
Yeah.
wasn't processed to death and stripped of all its nutrients, you know.
Not that they were eating bark. It was just when there was no food, they went into the forest and found some more.
That's right. Yo, your dinner tonight, bro. Yo, Squirrely, come
Yeah.
here, bro. You're looking tasty right now. I don't know, man. In the age of abundance we have right now, we shouldn't have any hungry people in this country either.
And yet, I actually know a 13-year-old. She's 14 now. She's on a mission to feed 1 million people, and
for
she
her,
got
man.
noticed by like The Rock and a couple other people, like
don't
big
like that guy.
names. Well, this was before the whole Hawaiian thing,
Before the baby eating.
before the whole Oprah and Rock incident. Back when the Rock was still cool and acceptable.
Well, you know, he made that child molesting robot on Saturday Night Live.
Oh Lord.
I'm not joking. Go look it up.
Yeah, I know. I just I can't believe it.
Truth.
That's one of the reasons why
said,
he's been
"I know."
blacklisted.
Yeah.
You notice there aren't new Rock movies coming out?
Hey, man. Maybe he got sucked up by the system. Who knows? Maybe he was just a robot
Something
to
happened.
begin with. Maybe he was just AI, bro. They're saying they can do movies with him though, because he's been videotaped so much time on those high res, Hollywood cameras.
Yeah, they could just
do is
CGI
input
his
all the
ass. All he has to
footage
do
into
is
an
say,
AI
"You have my
computer.
blessing."
They can put all of it in an AI computer and just have The Rock do videos, and the actors will be on the green screen talking to him, but he won't be there.
Instead, he'll be with the XFL.
I mean, he could be in his freaking jammies on the couch, but he'd be doing recording a movie with these people.
Has anybody been paying attention to the XFL?
No.
That's still a thing.
No, he brought it back. Apparently, he brought it back.
Oh yeah.
Or he's bringing it back.
Brian too. I don't know, man. I don't really follow sports all that much.
Yeah. And the only reason I know that was because at my last job, they'd have like TVs everywhere, and you could see,
Oh yeah. Well, security
whatever
man,
was on.
lonely sometimes.
Well, they liked having the sports on in
Yeah.
certain areas.
Well, it's better than having CNN running constantly.
Seriously.
Like most of the TVs you see out there in the wild, they're running CNN all day long. I'm like, come on, man.
He said in the wild.
Well, you go to like a data center, like fucking CNN's playing. You go to like the doctor's office, you got CNN playing. You're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, as of
Dang, man, we on tonight.
There we are.
yeah.
Rolling.
Yeah, it's a little.
Wow.
You're gonna have to cut this one off.
I know. Holy crap. I
Right,
tried to earlier when I asked Mikkel what's happening tomorrow.
Right.
I mean, we get
No,
spun
you
on
gotta be
fucking-
direct, not indirect.
That's what happens on an unscripted FA Friday,
It do be facts.
You guys think we
Out
planned stuff.
freaking
like-
standing.
Spookies.
So maybe it's time for an announcement to sign us off.
Yeah, I bet you we should do that.
I like it.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, DCA Adventures rated F for fucking awesome.
Oh yeah.
What he said. What he said, for sure.
Yeah. 10 times. 10 times.
No,
Freaking standing.
Make sure to tune in.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
Sunday.
see all you Patreon
AM.
people
8 a.m. Central.
Sunday.
Mikhail
We'll see all
Dreyfus
you other
movie.
cool people tomorrow. and if it's not on this channel, on one of the other awesome channels that we playing, we'll probably see you in the chat, guys. Yo. And with that, right? Oh, with that being said, peace out. Stay savage. And we'll see you on the next one. Yo.
Peace out, guys.
Later.
Freaking standing.
Later, Slater.